So yesterday we did levels 1 through 3 of the Tight Spot campaign. Today we're gonna try to tackle level 4. So let's get to it. What it looks like, we need 5,000 gold. We have 11 minutes to do it, and we're selling rockets. To get rockets, you need 2 iron plates, 1 explosive, and 1 iron circuit, one circuit. Explosives need coal, sulfur, and water. Sulfur needs petroleum gas. This is what we have in the store. We have storage tanks, chemical plants, pump jacks. Okay. I think everything else is... We have fast splitters. Everything else is basically the same. Steel furnaces too. Oh no. We have more variables to work with in terms of what we want to use. Stone versus steel. It's twice as fast for 5 times the price. Okay, alright. So let's take a look at our map. We have copper, coal, oil here, just as here. Some very terribly placed trees. Iron, copper. Okay. So first thing we need to worry about is where are we going to put our electricity? We're definitely going to need at least 2 steam engines to put down. So it's probably going to take up a whole area. Could put it right here. Could put it right here. We are going to have to use coal. We're going to need to mine coal for our explosives. So we have to decide whether we want to just mine it once and then ferry it over to the boiler, ferry it over to the chemical place, or do we want to do one here and then one here? It's unfortunate that our oil is separated. That means we have to ferry it. We're gonna have to congregate it somewhere. And then we're gonna have a lot of extra products that we won't be using in the different oils. Wonder what we have in terms of research. Can we break down the other oils into petroleum? Research button is dead, so I can't tell. I guess that's what I want to figure out before I do this for real. So let's just do this real quick. We'll set up some 4-man oil setup. I need to remember how to do this anyways. So we need 2 jacks. Gonna need some pipes. Gonna need some other pipes. Gonna need an oil refinery and chemical plant and a storage tank. Preferably a pump. So let's put these down. I'm gonna need to make power to power these. So I'll put both of these into a storage tank. Again, it's not gonna be final. I'm just trying to see what kind of research we have going. So we're just checking. Looks like we only have crude oil. So looking at our different recipes, we're gonna have two products that are just completely useless to us, which is our heavy and light oil. Yeah. We're gonna just need to store those somewhere, I guess. I don't know what to do with them. Can't really do anything with them. Oh boy, okay. So see, the problem is that I need to put these somewhere, because if these don't get outputted anywhere, it backs up and it won't create any more petroleum, which is what we absolutely need here. And it sucks that I can't break down any of these into petroleum too, so that's kind of not great. It's not great at all. So what I'm thinking is probably going to use this middle area for my for all this junk. And then, because all this is pretty cheap, this is more expensive on the outside. Let's see. So I think I'm going to put pump jacks on all four. I'll congregate them into a middle area for my oil storage. Technically, if I'm doing it correctly, I don't need storage. Because I don't want anything to back up, really. So I'm going to try to not use storage. I'm going to just put as many oil refineries as I can to output the sulfur and petroleum and whatnot. Okay, so we're going to do... I think we're going to have to do two separate ones, and then we'll just... So for all my oil products, I need sulfur. Sulfur is the only thing I actually care about, because I need the sulfur to make explosives. So the thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to use this area to make petroleum. I'll use pipes and pumps to push the petroleum over here. And in this area, I'm going to just have all my chemical plants to make sulfur. And then the sulfur is going to go here or something to make the explosives. And then from there, I'll just add the circuits and the plates. Okay, so this whole area is going to be kind of taking up my oil stuff. I need to figure out how I'm going to make my iron plates. Because since this is here, ideally I'd like this up here, and then I could smelt and then bring it down. But since this is here, that means I need to either bring it upwards or just ignore this area. But I think I need to use all of the area and all of my space here. So this is gonna be kind of tough. So yesterday we learned that it's a 2-to-3 ratio for electron circuits and wires. Why are wheels here? Do I need wheels for anything? I don't need this, right? I think I can ignore this. So that means that I literally only need to make iron plates. I don't need iron for anything else. I just need plates for the circuits and the rockets. Okay. So that helps. I won't have to mess with this as much. Like I don't need to. Last time we had the steel and whatever that was messing us up. This time it should be a little bit more straightforward for the iron. So I think I'm going to try to do is I'm going to mine iron here. Use an underground belt to get over here. I'll smith all of this into iron plates and then bring it down. It's interesting because I really don't need that many. This could be all I need actually. So I might want to consider just building my furnaces here for now and then bringing it down and seeing how that goes. I think ultimately I'm going to need to use both of them, but if I can get away with it, I'd like to use just this area. So, and then where the copper we only need the copper wires for our circuits. So there's nothing else we need to worry about for copper either. Okay, so we're gonna have two separate. So our main issues here are gonna be, our only issue here is really just gonna be the oil. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna put what and where. So first order of business is my electricity. Where am I gonna put that? I want to put electricity here. Maybe here. I know I'm gonna have to mine coal this round, or this time. So it might be... Well, I don't have to. I could just buy a bunch of coal, and then input it into a chest, then use that. That's not... It wouldn't be as efficient as just mining it, because mining it would take... Where's the 50? Hey, time for changes. How's it going? We're trying to brainstorm what we're doing right now, because this is... A lot of things are going on here. So right now I'm trying to figure out... I'm gonna need coal to make explosives, so I can make my rockets. Do I want to mine that coal, or do I just want to buy it? Because I do have the option of just buying it. And coal is 5 each, but I only get 150 for each rocket. But I only need 0.5 coal for each rocket, it looks like. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. So, what I'm thinking is, I don't think I need to mine coal. I don't think that's necessary, because it's only 0.5 coal per rocket. That's what I'm looking at. So that's at most 2.5 off of this price. So that's fine. I think it's going to be a lot more hassle to try to mine it and then ferry it over to wherever I'm making my explosives. I think that's going to be a lot more of a hassle than just buying it, plopping it into a chest, and then feeding it. So I'm going to do that. So with that out of the way, where am I going to place my steam engines? I think here would probably be the best choice. Or here. Well, I mean, we only have two choices, here or here. Here I have more room, but I might be using that for furnaces. Here, I could be using this for my oil production. I mean, either way, I could probably just bypass them using underground belts. So it's not really a huge deal. I think I'm going to want to put it right here. I'll put it across rather than up and down. But I want the width versus the height at this point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that for now. Better to get started and fix things later than just be stuck in analysis paralysis the whole time. Okay, so we're going to do the same setup. We're just going to have one electric mining drill feeding into our boiler and then two steam engines with it. I think that should be fine in terms of length. Let's buy a pump. And this area is fairly cheap in comparison to like over here. This is 40, this is 50 basically, and this is like 20. I think that's fine. Could do it like this. Well, I need space to put my burner drill, or not the burner drill, but the electric mining drill. If I put it here, I don't think there's coal for it to mine. And the pipe might be in the way. Yeah, I don't think I can put a pipe down for this. Time for changes, or anyone else who's watching, if you guys have any ideas about where I should place things, let me know. So I think this is probably the best way I could get it down here. I don't think this will feed though. Not the same square. I don't think this works either. Yep, it was pretty fun. So, and what I could do here is I could just move it down. I could put it right here, and then I'll move the pipes over here. It might be the best idea. I want to have it in this upper area here because I think I'm going to be using this bottom area. So like I could put this here and then have it feed better. Just have the pipe down here. But I think I want this area, or I want this area, and this area doesn't matter as much to me. So I'd rather have everything up here versus down here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend a little bit of money on the pipes, but I think it'll be worth it. So now that I know that basically everything gets sold whenever I press start, I don't really have to buy anything in exact. I can just buy a bunch of stuff at once and then it'll refund me back when I press go. Alright, so we have... Just gonna buy a bunch of coal. Belts. Splitters. Some of these. 2 of these. 10 of those. I want steel furnaces instead, because this time they're giving us access to these. And these go twice as fast for the same energy consumption, but 5 times the price for the initial output. I'm gonna have to test those. Gonna need a couple offshore pumps. Some of these, some of these. Just a little bit of everything. Because I should be getting this money back anyways, so I don't mind too much. Okay, I think that's fine. Get our toolbar down here. Set up for things I will be using. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's get our 1 coal into here. And that will fuel everything that we need later on for our electricity. Okay, so that's... We have electricity set up. Next, I think I want to do oil. I want to see how oil is going to shake up first. And then I can deal with our furnaces for this stuff later. So... I was looking at our recipes, and basically we only need iron plates so we can make the circuits. And we only need copper cables and also the rocket. We only need copper cables for the circuits. Copper plates are not used anywhere else. And I don't need to make any iron gear wheels as far as I understand. In terms of research that we have, we only have the basic oil processing, we don't have advanced. So it will have light and heavy oil be completely useless to us. And we'll only have the petroleum to make the sulfur. Which we need to make the explosives. Which we need to make the rockets. So, I think the plate production isn't as important this round. We just need to figure out how to get a good oil setup. And with our oils being kind of separated, we need to figure out, do we congregate everything into oil here? Or do we make our petroleum and then congregate the petroleum? Or do we just do separate setups to make sulfur and then we vary over the sulfur? There's a lot of things that we can do, which is why I have to think it over. You guys have any suggestions or references? I was thinking of doing separately up into petroleum and then congregate the petroleum and then put all that together to make the sulfur. Then we could put the sulfur somewhere to make the explosives and then just bring those to the rockets. So the way that would work is I would have this area dedicated to petroleum for these two, and then this area for these two. Bring the petroleum maybe here. Make the sulfur here, and then make the rockets here. Or the explosives and rockets here in this middle area. So, if anyone has a better idea, if anyone doesn't have a better idea, I will be doing that. So let's go set it up. Probably going to be doing my oil pretty inefficiently. So if you have any tips on that, let me know, because I am no master at Factorio normally, so this other stuff is throwing me for a loop even more. So I'm going to be putting I think I'm going to be putting it this way, and then put my oil refinery down, and then have all those products here. We're going to need to store the other oils into storage tanks, I guess, because I can't think of any other way to get rid of them, because we don't need them at all. But we do need to store them somewhere so the refineries will work. We have 11 minutes. I don't know how much oil that will make in 11 minutes. So I think hopefully one storage container for each product will work fine. If not, we'll have to add more, which shouldn't be a big deal. So I'm going to do this side first because it's more square and more ideal. Look at all that money go away. Oh no. We're very poor. Oh, there goes my pump. Actually I think I'm gonna have a pipe go up here, and then we'll start over here and then go down. Because this is cheaper, and we can put it over the coal a little bit, so that'll save us a little bit of money. Maybe not too much, but it does add up. We're already in 11k debt just from opening up the area. So get our pipes going. So pipe to grounds are 20, regular pipes are 5. So if I have an area of more than 5, at more than 4, it'll be worth using this. Otherwise it's cheaper to use regular pipes. Okay, so we're going to move this up. Yeah, I don't think this will be good. I don't know if I should like do this instead. That funnel it better. I don't really understand the liquid mechanics of the game as well as I should. So I'm gonna do it like this for now. If this is just completely bad, then I will change it. Find our refineries, chemical plants, and some storage tanks. So here it is. Okay, so again, we only have the basic the oil refinery. So we're putting this oil into here. We're going to break it up into the different products here. We're going to take the petroleum and put it somewhere else. We're going to just store these two. Let me see what the range is on these. Definitely more than 4. So if we have it like this, then it'd be worth it. Hi, Thitron. How am I going to get it out? I'd use an underground pipe to go from here to say here. I think I'm going to process all of my petroleum and make them into sulfur and such here. Because I'm going to add it up to the stuff I have over here, put them all together here, and then push it upwards to my ending area over here. If you have a better idea, let me know. I'm just kind of winging it here. So again, we have absolutely no use at all for either of these two oils. We can't break them down into more petroleum. And we can't get rid of these trees, so we have to leave them there. No, because you don't know the goal. Oh, okay. So this is the tight spot campaign. We're on level 4. So we have right here, we're trying to make rockets. We can sell rockets for 150 each to this chest. As long as we input it into this chest via inserter, we will get 150 gold for each rocket that we make. We have a time limit of 11 minutes, and we have to make at least 5,000 gold. Right now, this is how much money we have. When I take originally, when I made this map comes up, all the land is blocked off like this with the walls. I can get rid of it, but it costs me money. When I put it down, I get that money back. So it's in my best, and the further away it is from somewhere, supposedly around here, I don't know, the more money it costs. So like over here it's 1 each, 2 each. Over here it's 47. So yes, I can destroy the fences, and once I'm trying to do this for legit, once I have everything set up, I'm going to fill in every area I can with my gates, or with the walls. I cannot place walls on ore, so anywhere I have ore, I kind of want to build on top of that, because that's technically free for us. Because I can't make money from putting down walls there. So I think my chat died for a second. Okay, I think it's back up. Okay, so again, plan here, or just a refresher for what we need to make. So we need rockets. Rockets require 2 iron plates, 1 explosive, 1 circuit. A circuit requires cable and iron, and the explosive costs coal, sulfur, and water. I can buy coal from here, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to buy the coal that I need, and then place it into chests, and then go from there. I didn't realize that it was limited. I'm not sure if that's going to matter, but it's interesting to see that there's only 700 left. I don't think I'm going to be using that much, but it's good to know. So we're just doing this. I'm going to put these here. I really wish I could get rid of the trees, but I can't. So unfortunate. Those are connected. I think this is the best I can do here. Well, that sucks. This tree really screws up everything. It's fine. I'm not going to be using this area because I have I'm going to have to use the underground pipe, so I'll just separate them a little bit. This tree really sucks. So do that. And then I guess I'll put this one over here. I don't think I can put it any closer than that. Put the right drum closer to the output and lay it underground underneath it. Where would I put the underground? Here? So undergrounds cost me 5 times the amount, or 4 times? I need to check. Undergrounds cost me 4 times the amount as a regular pipe. So that means that I need to be using an underground for 8 tiles basically for it to be worth using. Because then I'm going to need to use 2 of them to make it to work. So it's going to be 2 versus like 16. So I think in the end this might be cheaper than using undergrounds. But I'd also have to consider the wall price. So I think if we consider the wall price, it would be cheaper to use undergrounds. But gonna put it right there. Guess that would be fine. It's unfortunate that the petroleum's on the outside. I kind of want it to be over here instead. What I could do is I could turn my oil refinery so it faces to the right. And then I'd have some extra space because I have space over here. I could move this over to this side and then put the 2 storage tanks here. Does anyone know the ratio of pump jacks to oil refineries? So I think 2 is, I don't know if 2 is going to be too much or too little for one oil refinery to be working 100% of the time. Because I might want to make another oil refinery if this is too much. I guess we can test it. So I'm just gonna put everything here. Let's hook up our electricity. We'll start it. Okay, so that's actually very low. Yikes, that's really slow actually. I think this is not as optimal as it should be. Or maybe I underrate how this should work. I don't think it's normally this low, is it? Unit per second on the oil patch is very small. So do you think it'd be better to congregate all my old oil together and just have one oil refinery? Because this is very slow. Because I need, what, 200 for it to... No, I need 100 for it to work. And they're all about the same. These are actually slower than these 2. And this is very, very slow. Looking at our products, we need 30 petroleum gas to make 2 sulfur, and 1 sulfur is needed for 2 explosives. So per sulfur I get 4, or per one of these I get 4 explosives made out of it. And then... So I guess it's okay if it's slow. It should keep up with my production of circuits. More the better, but what do I want more of? Do I want more oil to go to the oil refinery? Or do I want more refineries to go a little bit slower, but I have two of them working at the same time? More oil? Alright. Then we would need to congregate all these oil patches together. So I would need to make this over here somewhere. We can still use this area for furnaces or something later. Double the refinery at half the output speed. You are correct. Because they're not being saturated at all. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put them all together here. No, I'd like to bring them down so I move everything upwards. Because if I put them all here and bring it down, then I'll have to move my products up. Which isn't terrible. It's probably better to have faster oil delivery than product delivery. So I guess we should go down. And then we can just underground belt something up here. Or the sulfur. Again, I do need coal for my explosives, but I'm just going to buy them. Buy it from the market. How come there's only 100 coal now? Oh, it's based on how much money I have. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Right, so it's not limited. Never mind. It's limited on my money, which is fine. Okay, so I'm going to put my oil refinery down. Let's put it down here. We'll put all the pipes here. We'll put one pump right here to enter this, so we can get all of these, all the liquid to the right area. We're going to output two storage containers for the other two products that we won't be using. And then we'll have our petroleum go down here, be made into sulfur, and then bring the sulfur up over here to make explosives. Or I could make the explosives here too. And then I'll just bring all that to the middle to make the rockets. Where do I make the rockets? Assembly machines, I'm assuming. So, alright. That is going to be my plan, so let's do it. I don't think I can go straight across here with the map. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to use an underground. So, again, I'm not sure how liquid mechanics work. I don't know if this is slower than, say, if I put it in the middle here. But I'm assuming this is gonna be fine. So we'll put that there. We're going to get these going. I'm trying to think about if I want to put the oil refinery facing to the right. That might be even better. Because again, the more we have over the or the cheaper it is technically. But it's also cheaper to move stuff here because it's not as expensive. Because either way, the petroleum is going to be on the outside. It's going to be on the left here, or it's going to be on the bottom if I put it to the right. So I'll just do it up here and then move it down. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Put it there for now. We're going to do that. Use a normal pipe here. I can't connect it to that. And then for that, get a pump. Okay. I'll put it on the right side because I think it's a little bit more equal. Maybe. Okay, and then we'll make some oil. We'll have our 3 products. We're going to... Why do they put these trees here? Just to screw with us. Don't think a pump is needed. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for now, but my understanding is that basically pumps will help direct the fluid from the pipes, because right now technically these pipes don't know where to go. They just all congregate to this center area, and then they'll be going to the right and left or whatever. But this pump will force any liquid that comes to here into the refinery. So that's my understanding. If okay, so we're gonna go with that for now. Buy more power poles. Fortunate thing about this is that none of these actually run into your rest start, so I don't have to worry about liquid mixing or anything. That kind of sucks, but that's fine. All right, so we're going to output these into storage tanks, and again I have to fight with this zooming in thing because it doesn't let you like click drag or anything as far as I know. So we're going to put that here. We're going to put one here. That works out a little bit better. I can put an underground pipe right across there, and that should be fine. Okay. Okay, so let's check on the output here. Just want to see how fast we're getting it. Is that faster? It seems... I guess it is faster. So let's check in 5 minutes how much of each product that we have. We have 1.4K, and we need 30 petroleum to make 1 sulfur. So it's like, don't do math on stream, guys. It's like 500 or so sulfur, which is about 1,000 rockets. And 1,000 rockets is going to be... I don't think I could make that many. It seems very unlikely. I guess I have to. Okay, I guess that makes sense. 15k, that would be just about right. That's only for 5 minutes, so I think there's more than enough. Unless I'm doing math wrong, which is very possible. So I think we're good here on just making petroleum. I think that's fine. And then from here, we need to split this up into a couple chemical plants to make our sulfur. There's going to be another, we have to test this out too, see how many chemical plants we can use to saturate our petroleum production. So, first question, for anyone that might know, if I just used pipes here and I split them across these two, would that be as efficient as putting them into a storage container, using a pump, and then putting them output to these two? Because I'm not really sure how the fluid dynamics work if I were just to do this normally. So what I'm gonna do initially is I'm gonna put them in a storage tank. This will be a good measure to see how much petroleum I'm using. I can always take this away later. If I see any in the tank at all, that means I can always make more sulfur. So I guess that's what I'm doing. So yeah, next question. How can we orient this so we can output the sulfur in a good place? The only difference would be the tank giving you a buffer for the petrol. So ideally, we would be using up everything that we take out. So ideally we shouldn't need a buffer. So if that's the case, then we shouldn't use it. But again, I guess I'll leave it here just to show if we have it or not. And then that can inform us on whether we need to build more or take some away or whatever. It's not really that much cost for us right now. It does matter though, because we only need 5,000. We saw how much we can get back from walls and stuff in the last level. So it might be worth, if it comes down later, it might be worth taking this away once we figure it out. So just keep that in mind. Remind me if I forget. So let's do this. Do I want to build the sulfur up? Do I want to put these here? Or here, I guess. And then output the sulfur here. And then make explosives here? Or do I want to bring this up? Say over here maybe? Have these right here. And then output it, bring it over. I guess that really doesn't matter. So this is technically a little bit cheaper if I put it right here. Or right here. We keep the plant running 100%. Drawbacks up for not having a buffer. Oh, that's true, yeah. I again, ideally, we would have it in such a way where that wouldn't happen, because that's literally the only product we care about. Hopefully these storage tanks will be good enough to hold all of our product, which for sure it looks like that's the case. We're not going to be filling these up in 11 minutes time. We can only get 2.1k out of the whole thing based on how we have it right now. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that if I'm not using enough of them fast enough, it'll back this up and make it even slower in the long run. So either way, I'm going to have that right now. Have that there for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it like this. Does that work? I think I'm going to want 2 for now. Not sure 3 could be saturated. So let's get our handy pump out. We'll do this. We need water. That's right. Totally forgot about that. The water goes on the bottom. I can get water from here. I can take water from here, put an underground belt to here, hopefully, and then bring it down. Let's try it. Alright, so... Or I could just bring it down here. This would be better on our real estate, technically. I can always just move this. Okay, so we have that. We'll put this here. We'll turn it down. Uh-oh. That doesn't work. Move this over 1, and then do the same thing. Oh no, the zoom, please. We're out of money again. Look at her. Okay, so here would be good. I think that should be fine. And we'll take the water, put it right here. So how do we want to put the water here? If I put it right here, we'll need to use underground pipes for this. I need to move this over 1 so I could use the pump. I think that's fine. I'll do that. Hopefully this works. Okay, if this is the case, I should just use normal pipes. Oh no, I can't because of that. So that should be fine. And then we can use our pump. So I guess I could just move this up. That's gonna catch, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna moving this over one more. That should be fine. I don't understand how this works at all, the zoom. Alright, so we have all this going. We have petroleum being output here. It's gonna go there, it's gonna go there. We have our water coming in there and there. Gonna output our sulfur there. So our next question is, do we want to make explosives here, or do we want to bring the sulfur up over here? Or we'll have cheaper real estate. All this is really cheap. I think I want to bring it up. So we're gonna do that. Should use an underground belt for all of it, actually, because it's cheaper. Because every space that we go on an underground belt, we can put a wall on, and that'll basically cover the cost of a normal belt to the underground belt. I'm going to take a fast underground belt for this. Oh, it's 10 times the price. I don't know if I want that. I guess I do. I need the 7 tiles to get across this gap right here. Because this is... I can't put tiles down here. So... I'll take the big one. Ideally, we could start it right here. But that's a no-go. So... Here... Here... It's one short. Oh no, wait. That works. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll get our cheap underground belt. For that. I'm gonna just place regular belts here because it's ore. And that should be good. So we have sulfur being output there. So let's check. Let's check it. You don't have power. Let's put the power. Okay, so we're gonna put this power here. Doesn't connect. Right. Okay, so we're making sulfur just fine. Let's slow it down and see if... Well, let's check our buffer here. It looks like we're using all of our petroleum that comes through here. Yeah, it goes immediately. Hang on. Let's put the sulfur somewhere. So we can get a better idea. I'll move that later. All right. So I believe it needs 30 to be made. This one's making more than this for some reason. About 2/3 are going here, 1/3 going here. Which is strange because this is technically closer to the source. I don't understand how fluid dynamics work at all. You would think that this would get more petroleum than this one. Yeah. Okay, well, either way, this is the best we can do, I think. We have all of these running at full capacity. These aren't, it's not main blocks here. We have no buffer. And they're both making it. So I think this is the best we can do. I don't think we can do any better than this. The only way better would be to somehow make it so these make the same amount. But I don't really know how that works, so I'm just gonna leave it as is for now.